In today's video, I have to survive 100 days as a guardian. And also, I have 3 objectives. First, build myself my very own underwater kingdom. Second, obtain the conduit. And finally, take down and transform into the Elder Guardians. Can I survive 100 days as a guardian in hardcore Minecraft? Keep watching and find out. Hey, and also, if you enjoy this video, drop a like. Anyways, enjoy the video. So here we go, our journey begins on day 1, and as you can see, we're in this ocean temple. But this was no ordinary ocean temple. Oh no, this place was abandoned. There was no guardians around or elder guardians, which was rather strange. So what I decided to do was to go around and see if I could find anything. And to my surprise, I found some sponge. So I happily collected up a bit of sponge, and I couldn't really find anything else in this ocean temple. So I decided to leave. So I said my final goodbyes and I headed out. After a little bit of exploring, I found a shipwreck. So I happily entered this shipwreck, finding myself a chest. And yeah, there was a diamond and also some iron. Even better, I found a second chest and there were some potatoes. Anyways, I gathered up a bit of wood and decided to make an iron pickaxe. Straight after that, I headed to the caves and went to go and find myself some materials. So I collected up a bit of copper, some lapis, and also some iron. I quickly noticed that I was getting very hungry, so this means I have to leave the caves and find some food. After a bit of time, I stumbled across some kelp. So I gathered up a bit of kelp, not really the best food source in the game, but I'll take it. Hey, some amethyst crystals. So I made a way in right here and gathered up a few amethyst crystals. I would need these to make a spyglass. Anyways, I headed out of there, and later on that night I found this spot. I thought this looks like a perfect spot to build my base. So I placed in my crafting table, furnace, and also a chest so I could store my items. Well, okay, I think it's now time we build a bit of a base. And this looks like a perfect spot, so I cleared out a bit of space right here, removing all the blocks, and I also wanted to use some sandstone. And surprisingly, there was actually a ancient ruins not too far away, and I'm sure the drowns won't mind if I take a bit of sandstone. Anyways, I arrive home and I start decorating my place up, making it look pretty nice. So here's a bit of a tour of our place. Coming through here, we have our main hallway, some doors, some areas over here. I'm not too sure what to do right here with these just yet. Anyways, coming through this way, we have our furnaces, crafting table, and also I want to build some chests over here. So speaking of chests, it's time to head out and find a forest. And after a bit of time, I stumbled across a dark oak forest. So I collected up some dark oak wood, and yeah, I made sure to collect plenty of this stuff. So I happily travelled home, made a bunch of chests, and just like that, there it is. We now have some storage. And also, don't worry, I also built a potato farm. I had to. Nothing special really, just a typical potato farm. Well, with that out of the way, I think it's time we go on a mining trip. So I headed out across the lands and I found a ravine. And surprisingly, I also found a few diamonds, which was rather nice. The next day, I found a second cave. So I went to go and investigate and I couldn't believe it. There it was, a mine shaft. So I gathered up a few cobwebs and also collected a bit more iron. But what's a mining trip if I don't go looking for diamonds? So I spent the next couple of days collecting some diamonds. I made sure to collect plenty of these. Well then, that should be plenty of diamonds. But before I went home, I made a diamond pickaxe and wanted to go and collect some obsidian. So I did. Alright, that should be plenty of obsidian. It's now time to head back to base. So I arrive home, make a diamond chestplate, also a diamond pickaxe, and then finally the enchantment table. And there it was. But I almost forgot. I had to make a nether portal. So I did. Placed in all the obsidian, and then I spent the next day just decorating this place up, making it look rather nice. Anyways, it's time to light up the portal. So I lit the portal up and wanted to head through and see what I could find. Yeah, just a typical Crimson Forest. Nothing special really. So I went around exploring and I couldn't believe my very own eyes. There it was, a nether fortress. So I carefully made a way over to the nether fortress, and surprisingly I found some nether wart, which was quite nice. So I collected up a bit of nether wart and also some soul sand, and then something bad really happened. Yeah, I went to get myself some blaze rods, and I was ambushed by all these blaze, and yeah, they took me down to like 1 heart, which was really bad. So I sprinted for my life, just getting out of there just in time. Wow, I have to say that was pretty close. Even worse, I didn't have any food left, so that means I have to head back home and do a bit of farming. That was close, I have to say. So I did a bit of farming, get myself some potatoes, and yeah, that's a lot better. Well, I wasn't going to give up just yet. I wanted to go back for round 2 and go and collect some more blaze rods. So I collected up a few blaze rods and then went to go and find a warped forest so I could get some ender pearls, of course. So I took down a few endermen, collected some ender pearls, went home and made some eyes of ender. And I think it's now time we go and find the stronghold. So I headed out across the seas and went to go and find this stronghold. On my way to the stronghold, I stumbled across a desert temple. So I decided, why not? Let's see what I could find. And I actually found a Silk Touch book, which was pretty nice. Anyways, I continued looking for the stronghold, and after a bit of time, there it was, the stronghold. And surprisingly, there was actually a end portal right here, which was pretty cool. But I wasn't really here for the end portal, so I went looking around and found a library. So I collected up a few books, and I found this chest, which had some amazing books. Anyways, I gathered up some more books and went home, made plenty of bookshelves, and now I need a place for this enchantment table. Over here, not really any good. Nah, not over here either. Here looks like a good spot. So I spent the next couple of days constructing my own enchantment room. Used some sandstone, placed in all the bookshelves, and then finally, the enchantment table, and there it was. So of course I wanted to see what enchants I could get, and to my surprise I could see there was efficiency 4, but sadly I didn't have any levels, so I had to go back to the nether and collect a load. So I spent a little while going around the nether, collecting up loads and loads of levels, and to my surprise I also found a bastion, which was pretty nice. So I happily entered this bastion, and yeah, I'm gonna have to watch out for these guys. Anyways, I could see there was loads of gold here, and also some amazing loot, which was incredible. So I happily gathered up all the gold. Anyways, we arrived home and I enchanted my pickaxe, getting myself Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4 and also Looting 2, which was pretty nice. Even better, I got myself a Looting 3 sword. Anyways, I enchanted the rest of my equipment. Once I was in the nether, I also collected a netherite ingot, so I decided to put that on my pickaxe. So I did that, and now we have a netherite pickaxe, which is pretty nice. Well, day 32, once I had this Looting 3 sword, I thought, why not? Let's go and find some tridents. So I went around the ocean searching for some drowns with tridents, and after a bit of time I found this drowned right here. So I took him down, and he surprisingly actually dropped a trident, which is pretty nice. And there it is, we finally have a trident, but I was not finished just yet. Oh no, I went home, put on loyalty 3, and I also noticed this trident was pretty damaged. So this means I have to collect up some potatoes and hopefully get myself a mending book. And yeah, that should be plenty of potatoes. Time to find a village. Is that a village? Yes it is. So I happily entered this village and I traded all my potatoes with the villager, getting myself loads of emeralds. Hey, and also I got myself a channeling book, which is pretty nice. So I bought one of those and also got myself a mending book. So I was super excited, so I headed back home and put that mending book on my trident. And there it is, my trident could never break. Well then, I think it's time we do a bit of building. This place is looking a bit empty, so I thought why not go back to the ocean monument and collect some of these blocks. I like the look of these blocks and I thought why not use them. So I spent a couple days just collecting up all these blocks around here. On day 38, I had enough blocks now, but there was one more thing I needed. I needed some sandstone. So I headed to the desert and found a desert temple, and this was perfect. Made sure to get plenty of this stuff. I need this. Well, we arrived home and it's now time to start building. First off, I started building a bit of an archway, which actually turned out very nice. And also some pillars around. Decorated them up with some sea lanterns, and of course I couldn't forget about my main base, so I decorated that up as well. And I thought, why not go and use some of these coral blocks? So I used a Silk Touch pickaxe and collected some red coral blocks. And I have to say, I really like how this build turned out. Anyways, I did a bit of decorating, making this place look very nice. So here's our base. First off, we have an archway right here, a path, which looks pretty nice, some sea lanterns, some pillars, And over this way, we have our main base area. I really like the design of this base. All these coral blocks, yeah, look pretty cool. Well then, I think it's now time we go on a bit of an adventure. So I said goodbye to my base and headed out. After a little bit of exploring, I found a shipwreck. So I happily entered this shipwreck and found a buried treasure map. I was super excited, so I went to go and find myself some buried treasure. And yeah, looks like it's over there. So I started digging around, looking for this treasure, and then there it was, some treasure. So I opened up a chest, finding myself some iron and of course the Heart of Sea. And later on that night, I found a village, which was pretty nice. Even better, I found some ice spike biomes. So I used my Silk Touch pickaxe to go and gather up some of these ice blocks. I might need these. Day 52, I found a village, and I could see there were some melons, so I happily collected those and then entered the jungle temple, finding myself not really any good loot, sadly. Anyways, I continued my journey, and I stumbled across this parrot. I thought, why not? Let's go and get myself my very own pets. So I went back to the ocean, and I found this fish. So I used my bucket to collect up the fish, and there it is. We now have a pet fish. Oh, super excited. Hey, and also I found this mysterious cave. So I entered this cave, and you wouldn't believe it. I found some diamonds, which is pretty nice. And I also found a ravine, surprisingly, and I could see there were some axolotls. So I thought, why not? Let's keep them as pets as well. Hey, a Badlands biome. So I happily collected up some terracotta. I thought I might use this in some of my builds, which is quite nice. So I collected a few bits up and then I rushed back home. Finally we arrived home. I was super excited because I wanted to build my pets their very own home. So I did. I constructed them their very own home, decorated it up with some nice blocks, some corals, and also for the axolotls I used some stone because they like being underground with stone and stuff. So I thought I had some stone. And then finally I placed in the fish and of course the axolotls, and I could tell they was very happy. Just look at the smiles on their faces. Yeah, okay. I think it's time we upgrade our armor. It's not really looking that good, is it? So I headed to the caves, collected myself some diamonds, and I have to say, using that Fortune 2 was pretty nice. Alright, that should do it. It's time to head back home. So I get home, make my diamond leggings, diamond helmet, and also some diamond boots. And of course, I wanted to go and enchant them, but once again, I didn't really have any levels, and my pickaxe was about to break, so I couldn't really go to the nether right now. So what I decided to do was to go back to the village and get another mending book, so I could repair my pickaxe. So I happily purchased one of those, and then went to the nether and gathered up loads and loads of levels. So I gathered about 40 levels, which was pretty neat, and then went home and enchanted all my equipment. Hey, and also I got Depth Strider 3. I was super excited, so I headed outside and went swimming. And yeah, this is amazing. And there it is. We now have a full set of enchanted diamond armor. Day 70, I think it's now time we go and make the conduit. So I headed across the seas, taking out all these drowns with shells. And also, I was getting myself so many tridents. I don't know what it was, but I was getting myself so many. I'm not complaining, I'll take it. Well then, we finally arrive home, and I make the conduit. And there it is. So I headed outside, and I needed a place for this to be placed in, of course. So I built a very simple area right here. And also, I wanted to get the full effect of this conduit, so I made a 3-layer conduit thing. I also decorated this place up a little bit, making it look pretty neat. And just like that, there it is. We now have the conduit. And I noticed that I had all these books. I completely forgot about these. And I could see I had a Fire Aspect 2 book. So I combined that with my diamond sword to make the ultimate diamond sword. Hey, I just noticed something. I haven't really been making any potions, have I? So I spent the next couple of days constructing my very own potion room. I thought I'd use some of the blocks from the temple, and I think it turned turned out okay. Not the best build in the world, but it'd do. Anyways, I made a few strength potions and also a few healing potions. I would probably need these. Hey, and also I thought, why not? Let's also do a bit of fishing. I specifically wanted to get myself some name tags, so I went around fishing for some name tags. And surprisingly, I actually got this really good bow, which was pretty nice. And yeah, okay. Well, the next day I got kind of bored of fishing, honestly, so I decided to go to the mine shafts and find some name tags that way. And I have to say, I got pretty lucky. Finding these name tags weren't really a problem. Alright, we have the name tags. It is now time to head back home and go and name the pets. So starting off, we have Axel for one of the axolotls, and the second axolotl I wanted to name Nero, which is a pretty cool name. And then finally, for my tropical fish, I wanted to call Coral. So I happily named the axolotls and also my tropical fish, and I could tell they was very happy. And once I had all these tridents, I thought, why not go and build a trident room so I could display all the tridents. So I spent a little while constructing this room, and then I heard this strange noise. It was thunder. This was perfect. So I gathered up my trident and I headed out. I wanted to see if I could get myself a mob head. So I headed to shore and transformed this creeper into a charged creeper. But first attempt didn't work out. No, this creeper exploded right here and he took out all the charged creepers. But I didn't give up. Oh no. I got myself a second charged creeper and I was able to get myself a zombie head. I tried to get myself a skeleton head, but it didn't really work out. The thunder kind of stopped. That was alright though. So I headed back home the quickest I could and went to go and finish up on this build. And I also headed out across the lands, collecting myself some leather. I wanted to make some item frames, so I gathered up loads of leather and also took down these glow squids so that I could actually make glowing item frames. So I happily headed back home, made some glowing item frames, and placed them in. Placed in the tridents, my zombie head, and also another trident that I had. But I didn't have anything else to place here. I wonder what I can place here. I know, a potato. So I rushed to the item frame the quickest I could and placed in the potato. And there it was. But cut the music, it's time to get serious. It is now time to go and find this ocean monument. On my way out, I stumbled across some skeleton horses. I was a bit confused, but then there it was, lightning, and it spawned in all these skeletons, and they started attacking me, so I had to defend myself and take down these skeletons. And then I headed out and continued searching for this ocean monument. So I travelled for days and days, and then finally, there she was, the ocean monument. And surprisingly, I was hit with the mining fatigue straight away. I couldn't believe this. I've been betrayed. And even worse, the Elder Guardian sent his guards after me. This was not good, so I had to defend myself. So I tried my best to take down all these guardians, but I was outnumbered. There was too many of them, so I sadly had to retreat. I was not strong enough, but I will be back. I will be back for my revenge. Okay, yeah. Our armor is no good. I think it's time for an upgrade. How about we upgrade to Netherite? That sounds good. So I made some fire-resistant potions and then headed to the Nether and collected loads and loads of ancient debris. Plenty of netherite. It's time to head back to base. So I arrive home, smelt up all my ancient debris, and turn all my diamond armor into netherite. And also thought I'd turn my tools into netherite as well. I had plenty of netherite, so I thought why not? And there it is. We now have full netherite armor. I was super happy. It is now time. It is now time to go and defeat these Elder Guardians once and for all. So I gathered all the stuff I needed from my chest, like my armor, sword, trident, all my potions, and all the stuff I would need for this fight. But before I left, I also made sure to say goodbye to all my pets as well. the Ocean Monument. And I could see straight away the guards were distracted. This was my opportunity, so I rushed as quick as I could and entered Temple and took down all the Guardians. There was no match for me. I was well too strong. They couldn't stop me. And then there he was, the first Elder Guardian. But I knew what I had to do. I had to take down all the Elder Guardian's guards. So I did. I took all the guards down. And finally, it's now time to take down the first Elder Guardian. So I had my strength potion and rushed as quick as I could and started taking down this Guardian. He tried to escape, but he couldn't. So I took my final swing, and there it is. The first Elder Guardian has been defeated. But there's 2 more, so I went around the temple, taking out the rest of the guards. And then, as I turned this corner, there it was, the second Elder Guardian. But this Elder Guardian was pretty strong, so I had to use a few of my potions to heal back up. So I healed back up, and then I didn't hesitate, and I started taking down the second Elder Guardian. And there it is. The Elder Guardian has been defeated. There's only 1 more. I can do this. And then there he was, the last Elder Guardian. So I didn't hesitate and I started attacking this Elder Guardian. And I have to say, this Elder Guardian was pretty strong, but he was no match for me. It's time to end this fight once and for all. And there it was. All the Elder Guardians have been defeated. Wow. And I could see I had more hearts. I couldn't believe my very own eyes. There it was. I finally transformed into the Elder Guardian. Wow. We did it. We finally survived 100 days as a Guardian in hardcore Minecraft. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace out.